Hi, good morning everyone. I'm JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia, and today is day 49 of Mindful Morning Meditation. How is everyone doing this morning? Let's do a bit of stretching as we're waiting for others to tune in. I hope all of you had a good rest. Okay. So let's do a bit of stretching as we wait for the rest to tune in. And as we stretch, always remember to breathe in and out slowly. To stretch and calm the muscles. Okay. Okay, let's see who's here today. Hi, Colgan, Sumei. Hi, Glenn, Corinne, Wubi, Sumei, ni hao. Hi, Emily, 谢谢 Sumei. Hi, Pastor Antoinette. Hi, Dr. Han. Good morning. As we're waiting for everyone, do remember to do a bit of stretching so that we won't feel any tightness when we are meditating. Okay. Hi, Dr. Hank. I hope you had a good week, because I've been super busy now that everyone is back to work. So I've been traveling to KL for meetings, but of course we also have to be careful and take precautions for the COVID-19 situation. So. Hi Iman, good morning. Hi Dale, namaste. Okay, so we're going to start with the 9-round breathing meditation. So do get ready, sit at the edge of the cushion if you're on the floor, and if not, if you're on the chair or a sofa, remember to sit at the edge as well. All right? Hi Christina, good morning. Okay, so we're going to start with the 9-round breathing meditation now. Here we go. Left palm up. Thumb down, wrap your thumb, put your left fist on your right armpit, right hand on your left nostril, and breathe in. Breathe out. Remember to take deep breaths and breathe all the way out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Change hands, right hand up, thumb down, wrap your thumb, put your right fist under your left armpit, hold on to your right nostril and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, both hands on your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, and we are done. Hi, Pastor Honey. Hi, Bante. Good morning. Thank you very much for tuning in this morning. All right, so I hope that was helpful in calming your body and your mind. For those of you who just tuned in, we just finished a 9-round breathing meditation. So it's okay. You can just, as I'm talking, you can just breathe in and out naturally, but take deep breaths. And then when you exhale all the way out. And that should calm you as well. All right, so we're going to start with the sound bathing meditation. Then after that, again, we'll go through our gratitude journal, and then I'll talk about loneliness and intimacy. Yeah, and it's quite an interesting topic. Okay, so again, get yourself comfortable, sit at the edge of your cushion, and we will start breathing first before I hit the Tibetan singing bowl. All right, so again, sit up still, rock forwards and backwards. Okay, I think by now it should be pretty easy for us to find the center, and then always remember to tilt the chin down a little bit so that your back is always straight and you have a good posture. And good posture is actually very important because it will help us circulate the oxygen much better throughout our body. And always remember to relax your shoulders, okay? Because sometimes we tend to stiffen up when we sit up straight. Yeah, so again, just roll your shoulders. Yeah, roll your neck a little bit. Hold your head. Okay, and that's good. All right, so again, when we breathe in, always visualize white healing light that represents all the love, compassion, and kindness. Fill your entire body with this white healing light. And as you exhale, visualize all your negativities as dark smoke. Negativities such as stress, worries, your angst, rage, anger, whatever it is, all that negativity, breathe it all out and visualize it as dark smoke. All right, so here we go. Ready? Again, you can close your eyes if you like, or if not, just have your eyes half open. Okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the white healing light. Visualize it going through your nostril, filling your entire body. And you breathe out all the aches and pains, your worries, your stress. Breathe it all out. As you breathe in, fill every single cell in your body with this white healing light representing love, kindness, and compassion. And you breathe out, and you breathe out all the negativities. Your body and mind are very relaxed, very calm. And you feel very, very light. I shall hit the singing bowl now. Focus on the sound and let the sound enter through your heart chakra where your chest is. The sound represents love, kindness, and compassion. Let it vibrate throughout your body and let it enter through your heart chakra. Focus on the sound. Relax your heart chakra and let the sound enter. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, focus on the sound. Focus on the sound. Let it permeate throughout your body. Let it release all the negativities in your body. Watch your emotions, watch your thoughts. Focus on the sound. Focus on the sound. Let it enter your heart chakra. The sound represents love, kindness, and compassion. Let go of all negativities and let the sound permeate throughout your body. You feel very relaxed, very calm. Your entire body is vibrating in the sound of love, kindness, and compassion. You feel whole, you feel one. You feel complete. Focus on the sound. Let it enter your heart chakra. Relax your heart chakra. Let the vibrations of the sound enter and release all the heartache, disappointment, the anger, the stress. And let the vibrations of love, kindness, and compassion fill your heart chakra and the entire body with this positive vibration. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, focus on the sound. Let your thoughts pass, let your emotions pass. Bring your focus back to the sound. Let the negativities go. Watch them leave your body. You are light, you are love, you are compassion. 1. And we're done. So how does everyone feel today? Do share with me about your experience for today's meditation, the sound bathing meditation, and also do share with me your gratitude journal. So as I'm going to read you my entry into my gratitude journal, you can start writing at the comment section. So I wrote that I'm grateful to have had durian yesterday. One of my colleagues bought me some durian. It's been a while. So, number 2, I'm grateful to have shared more thoughts with my friend on how to be more effective and at peace with herself. And number 3, I'm grateful to have replaced my car brakes quickly as they have worn out. So I was very happy for that because I was worried that, because of the recent lockdown, there was this huge waiting list to get my car fixed. So very grateful that I could manage to just squeeze the service in. Okay, so do share with me your gratitude. Okay, let's see. Christina says, super numb today. What do you mean by super numb today, Christina? Is it your mind you're referring to, or how? Do share more, yeah? Cogden, it's very healing and refreshing this morning. Okay, that's good, Cogden. Cindy says, today is better than last week, able to feel the sound vibrating from heart chakra to the rest of the body. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so that's why I said during the meditation to relax your heart chakra, which is around here, where you're just slightly above your sternum. Okay, around here. And relax it and just allow that the sound enter through here. And always know that the sound represents love, kindness, compassion. Okay, always know that. So once that enters, you allow it to enter, it will release all the emotional baggage that has been kept, in this heart chakra, and just let it relax and let it, all the negativities, let go. Okay, so I'm glad to hear that it helped you today, Cindy. Christina, my legs were super numb today. Okay, I thought your mind was super numb. Okay, no, maybe it's your sitting position, Christina. Maybe you can just adjust it, because halfway when I was hitting the Tibetan bowl, the singing bowl, my left leg was super numb as well, so I had to adjust and just lean back a little bit, and that helped tremendously. Wubi says, felt very calm and enjoyed the healing sound so much. That's great. That's great. Peg, grateful to meditate together. See improvement on concentration. Grateful to have a full day planned today. Okay, that's good. Let's see any more. Yeah, I've been very busy for the past week, catching up on the work, because we've been having, 2.5 months of lockdown. So there's a lot of things we need to catch up on. So really really glad that we went through that. And I have a full day today as well. So today's meditation helps tremendously to ground the mind, have more clarity of the mind, and so that we can become more effective and multitask even more. Yeah. So Coughlin says, gratitude, tax refund. Oh, really? We get tax refund? That's nice. Number 2, Selangor State allow opening of houses of worship with SOP. Yes, I heard about that. Kechara Forest Retreat in Bentong is not open yet. We still need to, get some SOPs in place. So it's already, our staff are all coming back to work, but not on a daily basis. So we're not open to public yet. So we just have to make sure that our housekeeping team and everyone here are used to the SOP before we open up. Yeah, for all of you to come and visit. So that'll be exciting. So when that happens, we will make an official announcement. Yeah, and I hope to see you all here, and we can actually do some meditations together right in this room. And if there's a lot of you, I can do it in a much bigger room. I can fit up to 40, 50 people in the bigger hall. But in this room that I'm in, we can fit comfortably with the social distancing around 20 people. Yeah, so it's nice, and I look forward to seeing you guys here. Cindy, I'm grateful that again able to celebrate Mother's Day with everyone at home last month and Father's Day tomorrow. Oh yes, tomorrow is Father's Day. Yeah, so for those of you who would like to have vegetarian food, do take note that Kechara has a vegetarian restaurant in Jaya 1. And we do have set meals there for Father's Day, so do check it out, yeah? We'll be grateful for a busy but safe week. Yes, you know, I noticed that when we're out in town, many people are becoming more complacent, and that's worrying. They behave like there's no coronavirus, and not many people wear masks, and not many people practice social distancing. So it's a bit of a concern. So what I do is I always wear my mask. And when people walk near me, I just take a few steps back. And when they see me doing that, it kind of, reminds them of the social distancing. So so be mindful because we tend to forget once in a while. So be mindful to take precautions. Yeah. Because I read that in China, in Beijing, the second wave has already started. So I don't know whether there's fake news or real, but regardless, I think we should take our precautions. Yeah, because and we don't want to create a second wave for Malaysia. Let me see, Dr. Hank, sound bath through hot chakra always make you feel warm. And sneezing twice in the mid again. I wonder what sneezing. So Dr. Hank, are you saying that because of the sound bathing, it is actually causing you to sneeze, or is only by chance that you were sneezing? Do explain more, yeah? Hi Zinkoi, I'm grateful I found a way to solve more than 30 years insomnia syndrome by smelling at the smoke from the burning of sandalwood. Have been able to sleep more than 5 hours for that past week. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Zinkoi. Christina, grateful for lemons. Yes, that's nice. Grateful to have a thoughtful friend who will think of me and bought me fresh crabs, even out of town for work. That's nice. I noticed you like seafood a lot, Christina, so enjoy that. And number 3, grateful to be back to my usual routine with new norm. That's wonderful. Yeah, again, do practice the precautions. Cindy says, looking forward to sound bathing meditation at KFR. Yes, do look out for that. I think I'll put that in to one of the programs. Then then you'll actually get to experience the singing bowl in person. Corinne, relaxed and peaceful, grateful for cooling weather, and finally a contractor friend came by to fix faulty areas in the house. Yes, contractors are finally back, and they're able to fix all the repairs. So even in Kechara Forest Retreat, because it's been raining every day and throughout the few months, I think it's rainy season, so there are a few leakages here and there, and we're getting all that fixed finally. Okay, do continue writing at the comment section, and I'm going to talk. As you're writing, I'll be talking about today's topic, and that is loneliness and intimacy. Now, there are a lot of times where, when we're much younger, even for those of us at a certain age, still don't realize that there are a lot of times when we feel very lonely, we will look towards being intimate with someone else, thinking that that intimacy will actually heal that loneliness that we feel inside of us. Okay, let me repeat. There are many times where when we feel lonely, we think that if we have intimacy with someone else, that would actually heal the loneliness that we feel inside of us. Now, it does not. Okay, it does not. Maybe momentarily we are distracted with that intimacy, momentarily. And you know what? A lot of times we go into relationships just focusing on the intimacy, and that's it. And that is why, the cliche where people say that, when the honeymoon period is over, that's where all the problems arise. So, because after a while, the intimacy kind of dies off, okay? Or maybe it's still there, but it's not as exciting as when you first start. Then that's where you get to notice other aspects of the person's character, and somehow they're not as compatible as how you would like it. And then after decades, you notice that again, the intimacy, it's okay, but everything else is so-so. But then we just compromise. And then the issue is the loneliness is still there. And you're looking at ways to, again, rectify or heal that loneliness in us. And then they say, maybe you just have to spice up your intimacy. And you just keep going at it, and somehow there's always that void in you, and you just don't know what else to do. So maybe you take up a hobby together. You just frantically looking for other things to do together or to do separately, to fulfill that loneliness. Yeah? So, again, intimacy is not the solution to loneliness. It is not. So when we are in a relationship, and if intimacy, if you believe or if you feel that intimacy is going to resolve your loneliness, then you're going to be greatly disappointed, because it will not do that. Okay, and I think those of you who have been in relationships long enough, you would have noticed it by now. Yeah, what is important in a relationship is where you share common aspirations. Yeah, you share your aspirations, even if your aspirations are different, but you respect that difference and you support each other. That will actually be a lot deeper, and that is what holds the relationship together. Yeah, and also be comfortable enough to share your deeper thoughts and your deeper emotions with one another. Yeah, so this kind of intimacy is not the physical intimacy, but more on an emotional intimacy. So when we allow another person to connect with us on an emotional level, that is where any type of relationship would be more long-lasting. Yeah, be it a platonic relationship or a sexual relationship. The relationship will last longer if we connect on an emotional level. Okay, but then again, guys are more into the physical attraction, okay, in general. Whereas women are wired in a way that you are more emotionally, more emotional, you are driven by your emotions and you operate on an emotional level. That is why with this discrepancy, there's always friction. Because the guys find it very difficult to understand the ladies, and the ladies find it very difficult to catch up with the men, because the men are always distracted by physical attraction. And that's how men are, in general, I'm just saying in general, wired to operate. Yeah, and it takes both sides to kind of learn and actually come to a compromise and come to a middle way to connect emotionally, because we as human beings are capable of relating to each other on an emotional level, and that is what makes it strong. So when we understand that intimacy, as in sexual intimacy, is not the solution to fulfilling the loneliness that we feel, when we truly realize that, then we will stop going into relationships just focusing on that in order to, to make us feel okay for the time being, or less lonely for the time being. Yeah, so think about it deeply. Okay, are there any questions so far? All right, this is a sensitive topic, and I wanted to talk about it for a while already. I thought, maybe I should wait, and I thought that it's the right time to talk about this, because you see, that's why, remember during the lockdown, we read a lot that there's a spike of divorces during lockdown. So that's because people go into relationships for wrong reasons that do not hold that do not hold the relationship strong, and they always just sweep things under the rug, thinking that things are okay. But once you are with each other 24/7, that's where you cannot hide anymore. And whatever reasons that you may have to be in this relationship, becomes obvious that they're not working. Yeah? And the reason why it has worked all these years is because we've been so distracted with work, with the children, with the pets, with our social life, and we're just so distracted that we don't really we seldom take the time to sit down and think about it. So a lot of times we just make do. We just make do and just let it pass. Yeah, so, and that's why there are many reports of people getting a divorce during this lockdown. And I also hear that as people age, and they retire, and the husband and wife are at home because they're both retired, and they go through huge relationship breakdowns. Again, it's similar because now that you have no other distractions, you are with each other 24/7, and that's where all hell breaks loose, because we have never worked on the true essence of what relationships are all about. So that's why. And a lot of them just say, oh, whatever, I'll pick up a hobby. So you kind of live your separate lives after a while, and you become like roommates. I've heard that. I'm not saying everybody, but I've heard that unfortunately some elderly couples do that. So they just become roommates, and that's it. And they say, oh, that's life. The honeymoon period is over, and that's life, and that's it. And just get along doing your own stuff. Yeah? So Yeah, so take some time and really look into it. And if that has been your focus as in if you feel that being intimate with someone, as in the physical intimacy with someone, is to fulfill your loneliness, really take a step back and reassess. Reassess and go deeper. Go deeper and work on it. Yeah, I'm not saying that, if you actually do, if that is your current way of thinking, you can always change it, because now I'm bringing it to your attention. You can actually work on it and reassess and go deeper. Okay, go deeper. Okay, do we have any questions so far? Wow, no questions. Is everyone very clear on that? Is that why there are no questions? Hi Jerry, good morning. Hi Kirsten. Hi Peg. Hi Jenny. Oh, there are many people, tune in. Okay. Let me see if there's anything I need to add on. Yeah, and also that's why there are some people who are in relationships and they still feel alone and lonely. So it's not about. Remember, I think I had an episode when I spoke about loneliness, and I explained to you all why it is so. And if I'll do a quick recap. It's because we're always looking for something to distract ourselves. And we are so addicted to all our attachments to in our daily lives, thinking that it is a fix for our loneliness, our boredom, and we just keep going at it. It's like you're thirsty and you just keep drinking salt water. It's the same thing. It will never quench your thirst. Never quench your thirst. So the loneliness and the boredom that we often feel is because we have been so, quote unquote, addicted to all the external activities that we have been engaging in, that we don't even realize that we are totally addicted to it. So once we are told, or once we don't have the opportunity to be distracted by these activities, we feel that boredom and loneliness. And for some of us, when we are even out doing all these activities, we still feel very lonely. Because why? Because we don't realize that loneliness is not about going out and getting yourself busy. Loneliness is because there is something inside of us that we have not really taken a step back and look into and really assess, what is that loneliness about? Is there something that we don't feel complete with, or there's something, or are there unresolved issues in us? Unresolved issues in us that we need to keep distracting ourselves from that. And that's why we just feel very lonely. Each of us will have a different reason of why we feel lonely. Yeah, all of us. So when we take the time, especially when we do feel so lonely, even when you have 100 people in the same room as you and you still feel very, very lonely, that's where you relax and focus on that emotion. Focus on that emotion and just notice where that loneliness is coming from. Notice it. Yeah, and whatever you do, the loneliness keeps arising. Where is it arising from? Okay, you will find your answers once you do that, and you can share with me. Yeah. For me, back then, I don't feel lonely. I seldom do. Nowadays, I used to feel lonely and bored during my early years. So, in hindsight, now that when I think about it, that loneliness is again from looking out for external. This is for me, I'm speaking for my own experience, is always looking out for things to distract me, to make me feel good for the moment. And I noticed that I have to always up the game. And if I don't up the game, like meeting more exciting people who have done a gazillion things, or traveling, or eating, or drinking, I always up the game. Oh, okay, so this is not good, this is not enough, I need to find more exciting people. Oh, this food is not good enough, I need to find better tasting food. Oh, the travels are not luxurious enough, I need to go for more luxurious vacations, and so forth, so on and so forth. And so that's what I mean by upping the game. And then I just feel happy, quote unquote, happy for that moment. And then after that, I'm back to where I was. And then I distract myself more and more and more. So it is me not finding something, or me not operating from a state of mind that is fulfilling. So my solution to that, which I found out later, is because I've been focusing on me and what I want to fulfill that emptiness in me. It's all about that void of not being fulfilled. Yeah. So when I start doing charity, and when I started focusing out on others, benefiting others, listening to my friends more, giving them time, just being in service to others. When I start doing that, of course, in the beginning I was like, I'm bored, I don't want to waste time talking to you because you're never going to get it, or you take too much of my time, you don't even listen. All these conversations will come into my mind too, because you know why? Because I'm not used to all this. So I had to push myself, and I started with volunteering in an orphanage, because I resist children when I was younger. Okay, I resist them because a lot of times I cannot stand them. So I use that, my strongest affliction, I use that as a way for me to really go into it and give to the orphans, even though I'm not really good with children because I didn't have the patience. So, but I had my breakthrough, because when I started volunteering by giving them tuition in an orphanage, I noticed that it was my resistance to the vulnerability that they showed me. I was resistant to that because I did not want to be vulnerable. I didn't want to go deep down inside of me, because when I see them, it reminded me the power of being vulnerable, the power of being authentic to myself, and really dissect my own mind, and really look into it and operate from a healthier aspect of my mind. So, and I realized how authentic they were, and I realized that all this resistance was actually about me resisting the authenticity and the vulnerability in me. So it's always a reflection of that, and that was my first breakthrough. Yeah, and I also realized that when I focus on them and I gave my time and whatever that I was teaching them, I felt good. I felt fulfilled. I didn't feel bored. And that was the solution to my loneliness and my boredom. Because why? I was operating from my true self. Because our soul, or people in Buddhism we call it a self-cherishing mind. Our subtle mind, not self-cherishing mind. Our subtle mind, or we call it the soul. That consciousness in us is innately loving, selfless. So when we operate out of selflessness, it's very natural. And when we do that, we won't feel lonely and we won't feel bored. And because of that, you will not be always looking out for things to distract you, to entertain you. You won't. Okay, so I think time is up. So let's see if there are any questions. If not, that's it. Christina says relationship is give and take. Many I notice are just taking and taking, and I feel sorry for the other party. Yes, some people do that. Yeah, out of fear, out of insecurity, because they always operate from a mentality that they don't want to lose out. So they think that by taking, they have gained. Yeah, so that again is wrong experience. Then that creates wrong perception, and then that makes the person taking the wrong choices in their lives. Yeah, so so do think about what I just said about the topic of loneliness and intimacy. It is a pretty deep topic, and take your time to ponder over it today. Tomorrow we will revisit it and we will talk more. Yeah, because it is a very powerful topic to understand deeper, because it will help us heal. It will help us heal even more and make us notice that to be authentic, to operate from authenticity, to operate from vulnerability, and to operate from love and creation. These are most natural to us. And when we operate from there, that's where we will begin to feel more fulfilled and less lonely and less bored. All right, so have a great Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 sharp. Take care.